To those who are considering the program, I would say if you have even just like the slightest like desire to study French, just do it. I came in wanting to be a French minor, so I was like, well, I'll have another major. I still want to involve French somewhere in my life. But then the faculty pushed me, and they're like, it's just 3 more classes, to become a major, and you can easily get some of that in through study abroad and transferring credits. So I would say just do it. It's extremely valuable, and having another language in general, whether it's a minor or a major, is an incredible thing. And I've seen that more and more as I've come to grad school and seen all these students that I'm with who speak 1, 2, 3 additional languages. It almost makes me wish I'd studied another one or maybe majored in another one at OU. But to those in the program, and I guess this could apply to those considering the program as well, thinking about studying French is, like the French bubble, but I think I would recommend using these classes to kind of study the things that you want about France or the French language or the Francophone world, and kind of use the assignments and opportunities to write papers to kind of tailor in on your interest that revolve in the French or Francophone world. Because that's a really good way to still be involved in French and, get the major or minor, whatever it is, but to get some benefit for yourself and kind of tailor your research into what you want and apply for theory to practice grants, any other scholarships or opportunities that you can, that'll allow you to go to these countries that you're interested in studying and just get more of that real world experience, in addition to like all the educational background and knowledge that you're getting in the classes.
I think it's very worth it to be a major in a language and to take that leap and go somewhere new and speak it. But advice to students in the specific program, I would advise them to go above and beyond their class load, to not just take the standard 10 or whatever it is, but to take more, to get a fuller picture. And also to, OU students are so in the fact that the OU connection is so readily available, especially for a student of a language where you are wanting to go to those countries, and really be there, because that's how you learn. We have such an amazing opportunity, as OU students to do that. And so take advantage of it. That would be my main advice.
After graduation, I joined the program called Teaching Assistantship Program in France, or TAPIF, and I worked as an English language assistant in 2 different high schools in the town of Thionville in France.
Okay.
So altogether, I've spent almost 2 years in France. I speak French all of the time. That has helped me and will continue to help me on a daily basis. That was my biggest reason for doing a French major in the first place. I wanted to have French fluency. I now 1 year out have passed all of the French fluency exams that one can take. That's the biggest thing. And also the ability to work in an international environment or an environment where you're not speaking your first language. Learning how to write thesis papers in a foreign language, that really helped. I didn't love it while I was there, but now 1.5 years out, it's like that has really helped me a lot. And next year during my master, the master is in English, so I don't have the language barrier, but of the 100 students in my class, we're from 35 different countries. So having the ability to think in a different language perspective, I guess, or at least understand that some people aren't fluent in English, they're doing a master's program in English. It would be very different to do one in French. So just having that different perspective, I guess.
I teach anatomy. Right now I'm a graduate student and teaching assistant. So I'm half-time student, half-time teaching assistant. I teach anatomy, and a lot of those words that you have to know are very technical and they're Latin-based. And so learning French, or just really any Latin-based language, is incredibly helpful for that type of thing. And I'm able to help my students learn it. They don't know French, but I'm like, hey, in French, like this is how I remember these things. So that has helped, but it also it helps you, like the more like global and international perspective you have in science, the better. Because we're not only doing science in America. There are French people doing science, there are North African people doing science. I read a lot of papers. I'm currently working in the field of urban ecology. A lot of that has been done in Europe. So there's people writing about the park system in French cities and I'm able to visualize what those are like and kind of know the landscape features of France because I've been there. So yeah, it's been helpful in a lot of different ways.
I don't know why. I think it's so interesting how people from other countries grow up speaking another language their whole life, and then like they also speak English perfectly. But when I have family in France, whenever I go there, they're like, "Oh, your French is improving. Oh, you're really good." Like blah blah blah, and I'm like, "You speak English perfectly. Like I don't know what you're talking about." And they're like, "Well, French is just so hard. You know, it's hard." Like we're always impressed when Americans can speak French. So that's pretty funny to me. But yeah, so my French studies really helped me in terms of what I'm doing now. I don't live in America, I live in a francophone country. So it's a lot easier for me to navigate here than a lot of my other volunteer friends who don't speak French. Um, and then it also just helped me, like I said, I studied a few different aspects of Moroccan culture before coming here. Before applying to Peace Corps, I was like pretty dead set on wanting to go to Morocco for many different reasons, but a part of it was definitely my studies at OWU, you know, getting to read Moroccan literature and study further in depth for the symposium about Moroccan society and culture. Yeah.
Because the Francophone world is so big, you have such an opportunity to interact and learn about cultures that are in every single continent. And so I think it's extremely advantageous for you to study not only, any language, but French is something that can put you ahead in so many areas of life that you didn't even expect. So
I just think that studying language is so valuable, whether you, want to pursue a career that's specifically using that language in your day-to-day life, or if it's just something that you're interested in, or there are a million reasons why you might want to study language, and I think all of those are valid and valuable, and I'll definitely carry it with me and go back to France, throughout my life in other French-speaking countries. So I'm glad that I had the experience, and I definitely encourage people to consider it as it's so easy to have 2 or even 3 majors. So I think it's definitely a valuable addition.